Hello. I I want to ask a question, and the question is, are all statistics good for the health of a civilization? So, is it healthy for a civilization's people to know all the statistics? So, their head counts for or against any and all uh, issues. Is that a good and healthy thing for a people, for a civilization? Because I don't think it is. And I'm going to give my reason for why I don't think it is right now, and that is that such things as these are two pamphlets that are giving information about two referendums currently, right? I got them in the mail with the voting papers. And so what these are is one's an end of life choice referendum, the other's the cannabis legalization and control referendum. And so my reason why I don't think it's healthy and good for a people, for a civilization, to know all the statistics. My reason is that statistics that will come from referendums such as these are not really going to provide stable answers. And so what I mean by stable answers, they're not really going to provide us with knowledge of how many people are naturally for and against this issue, because the issues issues such as end of life choice, or legalization of cannabis, or any drug, say you right, um, the these issues are the consensus view of these issues is really dependent on the civilization itself. It's not like a divide of broken and fixed, which refers to a law of form, right? So pretty much everybody can discern between something that is broken versus something that is fixed, because they have a law of form that says, well, when it's like this, it's not broken. When it's like this, it's fixed. So that you get you can easily discern between the 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 two sides, broken and fixed, because there's a law of form that you can refer to. With you know asking the questions like, should cannabis be legal, or should someone be allowed to be assisted with suicide? When asking such questions as these, you're not really referring to a law of form. You know what I mean? Um, so that means that you are automatically referring to a rule of fashion, and that's dangerous, if you ask me. So I don't think it's actually healthy or good for a civilization, for a people, to know the statistics of everything. I don't think it's good, because a lot of those statistics are going to muddy the water, so to speak. By that, I mean they are going to give you a false impression, a false ideational impression. So across time perspective, a false across time perspective of of these issues, suggesting that the division is greater than it really is. And that's why I think it's just not, it's not healthy or good for me to know the statistics of concerning every you know every little thing that causes a fuss. And it's also not good for you to know the statistics of every sort of thing that can cause a conflict. It's not good for anyone to know all the statistics. Some statistics should never be discovered. They should never, you should never pull the cloth from, from that, you should never pull the cloth away from, you know, from certain tricks. Let's use some metaphor, right? You know how a magician pulls a cloth, and there's the dove in the bird cage. Pulls the cloth off, and at first you see the dove puts the cloth back on, alakazam, abracadabra, whatever, takes the cloth off, no more bird. That's kind of how a lot of statistics are. They are like that dove in the magician's bird cage. And so, what I mean by that is that sometimes the dove is there, other times the dove isn't there, so you shouldn't have a record of a dove that can disappear. If you feel what I'm saying there, if you get my point, you shouldn't have a record of a dove that can disappear, because it's not real. It's not a real dove if it can disappear. It's a trick then. And likewise, it's not a real division if it can disappear. If the division can go away, then it's not a real division. And that's what I think about, divisions that will arise from the statistics that these particular referendums bring up, or just any referendum that deals with something similar. It's a trick that will disappear. It's not a real division. Anyway, tell me what you think. If you're interested in, giving your own 2 cents on the topic of this video. Anyway, something to think about. Have a good day. Peace. Meow.